Hello everyone, this is Ryan with Keyframe Geek, starting off the very first tutorial on the site with the very first step in the post-production process, at least for us anyways. So after everyone's been shooting their footage, you often receive a lot of cards, SD cards, capture, compact flash, all that kinds of fun stuff. Once you get these and put them into your computer, you will have typically something that says no name here. It looks like another disk. And when you open it up, it's kind of cryptic. It has something private, AVCHD, yada, yada, yada. So this is not the best thing to do to go in here and start messing with these, because this is very, very important folder structure, and if you move or delete or accidentally do anything in this area, you can seriously damage your data, probably irrecoverably as well. So my trick here, and I learned this from online, so kudos to the people who learned this before me, is to basically open up your disk utility, which if you don't know, you can hold down command and hit spacebar and get your spotlight, type in disk, and pretty much just hit it right there. So what you do is you highlight the no name here, and first thing we'll need to do is to rename it. Actually, we should do that here. So let's rename it get info by right-clicking on it. If you don't know, you can hold down Control on your Mac keyboard and click on something, and that will give you the chance to right-click. So every time I say right-click, do that. Also go to Info here and change it here. Now I did some tests on my HMC 150 and just to see how it performs under various settings, and so that's what I'm going to name this one. I suggest you name it whatever fits best. Anything under 11 characters should work just fine. See, there it goes. It needs 11 characters. Let's see. That's a few too many. So here we go. HMC 150 test 1. How about that? Okay, it loves it. Okay, so now that we've renamed it, we can come in here into your disk utility, right click and choose, you know what? Let's go to new image. So we've highlighted the disk itself. Click on new image. Now it's going to say, where would you like to put this? So let's put it, I suggest you put it in a backup drive that has nothing else on it. You're not working on anything, it's just on this drive. Only thing that are on this drive should be backups and other such things you need to keep safe. But I suggest you don't work on this drive. If you work on the drive, you're going to use the drive, and the more you use it, Murphy's Law says, the better chance it is it will go away, so or fail miserably. So anyway, I've created a folder here called HMC 150 tests, and that's obviously where I'm going to put mine. The first thing I'm going to do is change the image format to read only. That keeps it safe from anybody else accidentally messing with stuff in there. Once we save it, it'll be a DMG. I think it stands for disk mounting group or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure someone will correct me. So anyway, go ahead and save that file in there, and you'll see it move along. Now this has a little bit of footage on there, so I'll come back to you when it's done. Looks like our disk utility has finished its work of compiling all of our precious card data into this DMG file here. And what we're going to do now is show you how to, a quick version of how to use this file. I am going to go in much greater depth in how to actually bring this into Final Cut in one of my next tutorials. So, but for now, let's take a look at what happened. So we can go ahead and close the disk utility, and let's go ahead and navigate to where we backed up our data. Okay, so now we have a DMG file. Okay, I want you to notice that we have an SD card still in the slot and a DMG here ready to go. When I double click on the DMG, it's going to basically do put a faux disk here on the sidebar, and it's basically ready for us to use. Now, one thing to note, when I double clicked on this one, it did not bring the one up that it should have. Instead, it brought up the original SD card data, and I can tell because when I click on this one here, I see no marcation here letting me know that I can't write, whereas if I click on here, I see that this is read only, basically. So this is indeed the one that we need to be looking at, and as you can see in here, if I try to delete this, I will get an error, or it just flat out won't even accept it. I won't even get the option if I right click. and you're basically safe to go. You can eject your original SD card, and of course I'm recording now, so it doesn't want to let me. But you can eject these and treat them just like backups. This is essentially your tape on a shelf, or tape in a safe of some kind. So you should definitely try to keep these safe. Keep them off of a drive that you're working constantly on. It will be much better for the life of your data. So thanks again for checking out the very first tutorial here on keyframegeek.com. Be sure to comment and post your questions or comments there in the comment area. How original. And also, if you have any suggestions, if I'm going too fast or too slow, maybe a topic you'd like me to cover, please feel free to leave that in the comments below. Thanks again for watching keyframegeek.com.